Hallå allihopa och välkomna tillbaka till en ny video. Okej, det har varit lite saker som kommit i vägen. Jag var ute med att spela med mina föräldrar och min syrra. Ja, vi var på en resa, vad fan. Så jag har inte hunnit att koppla upp en video. Jag är seg. Men i alla fall. Så det som vi ska göra idag är att jag ska reagera på en av sWooZies videos. Och han är faktiskt rätt så bra. Alltså han har 7,54 miljoner subscribers. Ow! Damn man! Got some good reputation right here. Nej men, vi ska reagera på han och så ska vi reagera på andra videos. Så se, nu kör vi.
Think about your favorite place you've ever worked. For me, still Disney. And I don't know if it was my love for Disney or if I just love to get out the house. If you've ever had overprotective parents, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When I first got my car.
Okej, jag har faktiskt aldrig jobbat på ett riktigt jobb.
My mom was calling me every 2.5 seconds.
Where are you? I just looked in your room. And you're not here.
Mom, it's 9 in the morning. I'm at school. And every time you leave the house, you feel like you're Michael Scofield for a few hours, breaking out of jail. So I never talked about this in my other Disney videos, but I actually remember the day I went in to apply. You start with a phone interview, and if you do good on the phone interview, they bring you in for the hard stuff, the personality test. I had a friend, William, who worked custodial at Magic Kingdom, so he helped coach me on how to take the test. All I know is I wanted to work with something in food, because all I remembered from every time I've ever went to Disney ever was how amazing the food smelled. And I also very clearly remember my parents never buying me food ever at Disney. We're at Disney for 8 hours and I'm like,
Dad, I'm hungry. Please.
the food is too expensive here. When we'd walk past restaurants, I had to use every ounce of willpower not to crawl over to other families and be like,
Are you guys done with that chicken?
so I just assumed if I worked in food and beverage, I'm gonna get free food. So I know it sounds a little crazy, but my goal was to be that guy at that kiosk selling the Mickey Mouse ice cream bars. So I go in, I smash that personality test. Congratulations, you're hired.
Which park do you want to work at?
Studios.
Okay, well, here are all the available positions at studios.
Okay, so if you select food and beverage, you'll be handling money, and you gotta take a math test.
Why wouldn't it
I get this
be?
math test. I haven't seen questions this easy since the 4th grade. Addition, subtraction, multiplication.
Okej, varför skulle man ens inte ta ett mattetest om man ska hantera pengar?
I give it back to her.
You failed.
Do you want to pick maybe another position?
Okej, här
I know
kommer
that
det.
if y'all took a basic math test that you know you passed and you failed, you would feel some type of way too. Instantly kicked into thug mode.
Alltså, va? Okej. Så det jag sa nyss, just här nu. Just nu. Om ni tog ett väldigt lätt mattetest, där att ni vet att ni passerade och ni förlorade det, ni kommer känna, va? Varför? I hate this kind of guys. People. Okej, så det finns lite olika av personer. Ett. Det är de som... hur ska jag förklara det här? De som vet matte. Och de som vet vad som är fel och vad som är rätt och bla 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 bla. Och sen finns ju de andra som det gillar att få... De gillar att få folk att tro... Har jag gjort något fel nu? Det hatar jag.
Talk to me nice, or don't talk at all. I stay hugging the block. Lady, is you disrespecting my gangster right now? Ask about me. Man, give me that test. In my head, that's how I sounded. But maybe in reality, it came out something like,
Oh no, that is not okily dokily. May I retake it, please?
take the test again, give it back to her.
You failed. You sure you don't want to do, I don't know, anything else?
So I picked attractions, and that's how I ended up working at the Indian.
Okej, den här kvinnan är helt dum. I huvudet. Alltså, vilken bara fullvuxen kvinna som har gjort matte, har varit i skolan, ger ett test till honom. Han passerade det, men hon säger att han inte gjorde det. Why? What is the exception of this? Oh boy.
Indiana Jones show. Something else that happens whenever I go to the park with my friends, a lot of people stop me and they tell me they applied for Disney because they saw the other videos. I'm gonna warn you right now, you gonna stand a lot. This is how they sneakily prepare you for this at orientation. They just say stuff like, while you're at work, don't lean. Here's the thing, I'm a gamer and the standing position is my enemy. You remember in Lion King when Simba ran away and he was laying there in the desert about to die? That was me 10 minutes after I clocked in on my first day. I'm laying there, my lips are all chapped. Water! Also...
Okej. Här kommer lite fakta om gamers. Visst, ja. Att stå upp 8 hours a day. 8 hours 24/7 a day is our enemy. Så jag kan fatta att han var så där efter den första dagen han frågade om en inbjudan. Och att man inte får att man inte får ta stöd av material när man är på jobbet. Herregud. Någon gång måste man väl få ta stöd av någonting.
Smiling all the time at Disney as an employee is in the job description. I would do that. However, smiling when nobody's around, I'm not gonna do that. When people come around the corner and they're walking by, I'm gonna smile like, hey, hi, how you doing? Have a nice day. That's part of my job description. But when there's nobody around and it's me and you at greeter spot, I'm not gonna sit here like,
I'm so happy.
If somebody from my hood came to the park and saw me from a distance smiling for no reason, my hood card would get invalidated instantly. A lot of y'all don't know this, and I probably shouldn't reveal this in the video, but at this point, it's whatever. We have secret black people meetings. Like when Nick Cannon wore that leopard outfit to, I don't know, some MTV award show. My parents woke me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Adante, wake up! Emergency meeting right now!
We're all here on Skype with the West Coast chapter, like, they're trying to figure out what to do with this dude. And we all voted to take his black card and put him on a 30-day probation. This is a real thing. I'm not making this up. I can't be out here smiling for no reason. Full stop. I had a great experience working with the company. However, I feel like with my managers and my coworkers, there's a lot of stuff and a lot of situations that could have been handled differently. No tea, no shade. I was the perfect Disney cast member when I first got hired, but there's a lot of things that happened that kind of just pushed me to
the dark side.
Karens, and I don't mean guests and people coming into the park, I mean my co-workers. The first tiff I ran into at work was the second weekend after I got hired. But I do remember at training, the guy that trained me, his name was John. John said, blah, 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 stairs is all I remember. And I don't know how many of y'all know this, but every single Indiana Jones show sells out. His family comes up to me. Sir, we have nowhere to sit. May we just sit right here on the floor? Yeah, why not? Sure, you can sit right there. I put the family on the stairs, go to break, 15 minutes later, come back. So I'm chilling at greeter. Sarah walks up to me.
Okay, that's crazy. I caught this family sitting on the stairs, and they told me that you told them that they could sit on the stairs.
This grown woman really just brought an audience to disrespect my gangster right now? My inner gangster popped off. Yo, talk to me nice, or don't talk at all. I'll put you on citizen right now. In reality.
Alltså när han lägger upp såna där lite typ som han gör nu. My inner gangster popped off. Yo, talk to me nice or don't talk at all. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, fuck that deal. That's good.
What I most likely said was, yeah, I let him sit on the stairs. Wow. 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 Sit on the
Vad är det för... Vad är det där för något?
stairs.
Alltså... Va? Okay. sWooZie, if you're watching this, love your videos. Love your videos, and this post is just ridiculous. Alright. You're funny, man. Nah. But if you're watching this, mate, I wanna be friends with you, alright? If you're watching this, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. Wanna be friends. Hashtag sWooZie.
Wow. 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 Who said that you could do that? John told me I could do it.
Oh, John told you this? Well, let's go talk to him.
Sarah takes me and herself out of rotation, walk all the way over to Star Tours.
Where's John? Is John over in this section?
No. We leave Star Tours and she's going to like every attraction. She's over here like, no sleep, Star Tours, Toy Story Mania, tram, another tram, plane, Tokyo Disney, no sleep. We finally find John in another section of the park.
Tell John what you just told me.
We can let people sit on the stairs? No, we can't. No, I'd never told you that. John was looking at us like, why are y'all even here? You see what I mean? These are the kind of people I had to work with at my attraction every single day. But let me tell y'all who the real stars of Disney are. The guests. Y'all need Jesus. Do y'all know that there are guests out there who their life mission is to end up at Disney jail? I'm being dead serious. Google, look it up. How funny would it be if Disney jail was like a speakeasy private club, you know? There's a guy next to a soda machine, right? When you walk up to the guy, he's gonna be like, what's the password?
Misa, Mosca, Mickey Mouse.
You go behind the soda machine, you walk down a tunnel, you jump on a slide and you go to a bottom floor, and you first enter, there's a bunch of Disney characters.
It's the Mickey Mouse jailhouse. Come inside, there's fun inside.
And Mickey's over there like, everybody say, oh, Toodles! Toodles is over there sharpening his toothbrush, making a shank. That would also explain why we don't see any more Disney villains in the parks, because they're all in Disney jail.
Okej, lite... En liten... typ... Reminder? Jag vet inte om det här ska vara någon reminder eller bara någonting som jag kommer att säga. Men det är som man sa nyss, att Toodles är inne i en cell och kör hans tandborste änden spetsig och vass. Det är inte sant.
Doing meet and greets. You're the photo pass guy taking your mugshot, and you know they got a food court down in there. And each prison cell has different themes. How funny would it be if at the end of your jail sentence, like Mickey's there to try to scare you straight, like they put you in that interrogation room? You think this is a game? You think this is a game? They leave, the next family comes in. Get that camera out of my face! You think this is a game? This is how we're gonna do things! Biggie! Mob Deep! Bad boy! I'm a self-made billionaire with a B! You know how much money I made during the pandemic? More than you'll make in your life! Why am I even down here talking to these clowns? Golly! I know this all sounds very outlandish, but
Golly.
this is the kind of stuff I would think about when I'm stuck at greeter spot, not smiling.
All right. Okej. Det var det. Och den andra och sista videon som vi ska reagera på är faktiskt den här. Den här är faktiskt rätt så bra. Vänta, jag tror jag har...
Både Simon och Jocke investerar i aktier. Simon använder eToro för att investera i...
Ja, nej. Bra.
I'm walking around the house in my SpongeBob underwear. Yes, that's important to the story. Walking to the kitchen to get myself a little snacky snack.
Uh-oh.
My dad walks in. He's standing there with his look on his face. What's wrong with you?
I just got a new engine for my Beamer.
Okay, you want a cookie? Let's go. What do you mean? You need to see what all this power is like. You're driving around your little Toyota Corolla. You need to see what it's like to have
A real man's car.
Let's go. I spent a lot of money on this engine. Okay, let me go put some pants on. Let's go.
What?
Dad, I'm not getting in the car in my underwear. You're not getting out of the car. You're getting in the car, driving up the street, and coming back. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Get the keys.
Now, my dad is the chillest dude I know, and it takes a lot for him to get this aggravated this quickly.
And
So
about
I'm like,
that.
okay, fine. I'll get the keys. You still gotta walk from my house to the car. And the neighbors could possibly see you. Open the front door, peek out.
Sant.
No TMZ. I start sneaking to the car like this is Metal Gear Solid. He's following behind me all slow, shaking his head like, I have raised an idiot. So we get in the car, and there's this long stretch of road from the entrance of my development to the first house in the development. So I start driving to leave the neighborhood. Punch it. Dad, we're still in the neighborhood. I said, punch it. We're still technically in the neighborhood, so maybe, how about no? Stop being a little punk. Punch it. Okay. Ooh, wow, Dad, it's a nice engine you got there, bro. You're such a little wimp. Turn the car around. I get to the entrance, turn around, punch it. Okay, Dad. Ooh, OMG-ness. This is broing my mind. Can we go home now? No, you're such a little punk. Floor it. Pedal to the metal. You know what that means? Okay, old man. So you have chosen death.
Okej. Vad var det han sa?
to the metal. You know, no, you're such a little punk. Floor it. Pedal to the metal. You know what that means?
Pedal
Okay,
to
old
the
man.
metal? Oh, pedal to the metal. Right. Nu fattar jag vad han menar. Pedalen mot metallen. Ah.
So you have chosen death. And I go full Dominic Toretto. I glance over at him and he's like, get to the entrance, turn around. Get to the first house, turn around. He thinks I'm done. I'm not. Run it. I'm ready to die. Now. Then in the corner of my eye, I notice this Lexus in my rearview mirror just darting up on me. So I start slowing down. This dude comes from behind me and busts like a knife. Low-key freaking out because this guy's blocking the road in both directions. This guy gets out, slams his door. Do you have any idea? Then he looks at me and he sees me in my extra medium SpongeBob tidy whities. Do you have any idea what are you doing? My kids are playing in the driveway. There are like huge veins bulging out of this dude's neck.
But what made this even more scary is this dude looks like the office nerd that never speaks. If you saw him at work and you were like,
Hey Todd, how's it going? He'd be like,
so this guy's yelling at us, but there's one key thing he didn't know. My dad is from Trinidad.
Oh.
Never run up on a Trini who's lived in New York. So then he awakens my dad's inner crazy person.
This is a private road. I can drive as fast as I want. I can do whatever I want.
So then it's just a yelling competition at this point.
It's a private road.
But my kids.
It's a private road.
Where my kids?
and I'm in the middle like,
So while all this is going on in my head, I'm just waiting for my dad to jump out the car because I know that's what's next. And I'm praying to God that doesn't happen.
because if he jumps out the car, I'm gonna have to jump out the car and pull him off with this dude.
Because I already know how that story's gonna end.
And then what happened? Well, then we left Bible study and we pulled into our neighborhood and there were these two guys fighting. No, nobody cares about that part. Tell us about the crackhead. Oh, yeah, there was this crackhead in the middle of the street dancing and cheering them on, and he was butt naked.
It was sWooZie from YouTube.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. All YouTubers are on crack. Back to you guys in the studio. So I'm here just giving my dad this look like,
Please don't get out of the car.
Now when you want the war with a Trini/New Yorker, the best you can do is break even. You're not gonna win. Even though my neighbor was clearly the aggressor when he ran up on us, by the time my dad was done with him, he was like,
so then my neighbor stomps back to his car and then takes off back to his house. And I'm like, Dad, he's right. Well, he should keep the kids inside the house because kids don't even play outside no more.
see, I know he's still mad and I'm not trying to argue, so I just dead it right there. Talk to me nice. Not for nothing, my dad was the representative during that whole altercation because I didn't say anything the entire time. Because you never know the ripples that your action caused. I've seen the movie Butterfly Effect. I know how this works. Actually, I never saw the movie, but I saw the trailer and I kind of know what the movie's about. I just didn't want this to be how our neighbor remembers us.
So I get home, go inside, put on some clothes, and then drive over to my neighbor's house. I pull up and his kids are still outside. Get out of the car and I kind of see that his garage is open. So I start walking to the garage. His son is in the grass playing with a ball, and as soon as he sees me, he's like...
So I start walking around to the garage and I can see the dad in the garage and you could tell he's still mad by his body language.
So then I yell out to him like, "Excuse me, sir." And he turns, and when he sees it's me, he goes... This man looked at me like I was the Terminator coming for him and his unborn child. So I was like, think fast, talk fast. Sorry, no. Sir, sorry for how my dad was acting back there. You were right. He just got a brand new engine, and he wanted me to test it out. Very sorry.
Once my dad saw that the road was empty and nobody was around and nobody can get hurt, he wanted me to test out his engine.
Wanted to come over here and just, apologize. Well, I, thank you for coming and letting me know this. So I appreciate that. Well, name's Adonde. If you ever need anything, I'm in that White House 3 houses down.
Later that night, I start thinking to myself, I know this dude is gonna tell his wife about all this. And I can only imagine how his version of the story is gonna go.
Honey, our neighbors were racing in the neighborhood, and I ran down behind them. I got to their car and I put them in their place. Don't you ever come in here in my neighborhood and race.
Sir, yes, sir, we'll never do it again. You're so big and strong.
And they were petrified of me. I think our neighbors are cross-dressers. There's nothing wrong with it, I'm just saying. They are both in there wearing women's lingerie. And also, I can smell crack in the car.
Oh, come
I'm gonna
on,
call
man.
the HOA first thing in the morning and let them know. I think our neighbors are cross-dressing drug dealers. You're such a brave man, honey. I'm so sorry for ever cheating on you with the janitor on that cruise ship. It's all right, honey. Love you, good night.
Va? Okej, jag är lite emot det som han sa. Cross-dressers drug dealers? Ja, skitsamma. Så det var all tid jag hade för idag. Jag ska försöka skynda på lite med videoserna. Och ja, så om ni bara chilla och lugna ner er ett par hekto. Eller flera 100 000 ton. Så kommer det kommer att komma fler videos, så jag lovar er. Men det kan hända att det kommer inte riktigt att det kommer att kanske komma dagar då jag är inte riktigt har tid. Speciellt på sina dagar. Men jag lovar och ska försöka att få så många videos som det bara går. Okej? Jag lovar er. Eller, jag lovar er, men jag kan inte riktigt göra det. Fan, jag skulle ha sagt det förut. I alla fall, det var alltid som jag hade för idag. Om ni gillar den här videon så glöm inte så vanligt att slå den där lilla knappen prenumerera. Så på notisklockan om ni inte har redan gjort det, kommentera. Snälla kommentera. Att ni vill se fler videos som den här. Jag är öppen för förslag. Så om ni skulle kunna kommentera några videos nere i kommentarsfältet så skulle ni göra mig en stor tjänst. I alla fall, det var alltid som jag hade för idag. Nästa video kommer, jag vet inte, någon gång kanske någon gång den här veckan, jag vet inte. I alla fall, ha det gott!